Okay. So now that we're here, um, let's cut this. What's going on? So this is the good fun. This is the good fun. 254, fifth week of January, business quarter one, 2022. Um, we're gonna take a look at the Bitcoin prices right now. My haircut's jacked up, so I apologize for that. Um, you can see I'm a network technician, so I deal with physical layer one hookup out in like commercial businesses because you don't want to do it in residential. They're wooden framed houses. They're not retrofit. They're not built to retrofit. You know, commercial is a bank asset, so they have networking needs at these big. I mean, you can think of it's a lot of things, but any commercial mall has tech needs to oversee the asset in which is the notes being paid on. It's a bank asset, income stream. So as interest rates rise, you see loans taken out to put new IP cameras to secure physical assets in the commercial business world, and that's kind of what my job is as a layer one technician. I do alarm systems, cameras, IP cameras, wireless quotes and wireless map, wireless, you know, small enterprise. So I help those type of individuals. Now we're gonna cut to a different feed, right? So if we can do this properly, we're gonna pull that down. We're gonna Windows S. We're gonna pull up the Brave. We're gonna run basically Chrome. All right, folks. So this is essentially a day in the life of, crypto enthusiasts. I don't know how else to put it, but this is people and tech, and this is just this is it. It's the world. So what the heck is going on? I swear this router's been giving me issues. We're gonna cut this. All right. So pause. We'll come back with TradingView, Bitcoin, Ethereum prices. Okay. All right. So we got TradingView pulled up. Let's delve into these prices. There's a lot of volatility in the traditional legacy system. So when that happens, the cryptos are a speculative asset to the majority of people. The majority of people don't understand how this stuff works. So, essentially, this is. Oh, sorry. I ended up having to reseat the connection for my. Like the router. The clip's broken that actually plugs into my modem that feeds the router and blah, 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 blah. Anyways. We can see stock market's up 2.4. NASDAQ is up. Let's take a look at this because this is so relevant. I mean, come on. Is this where you want to be? What do you expect? Where's it going to go? We can see we're starting to get a little bit of volatility coming up here. So, overall view, look. See how that looks? Tell me, what is a parabola? All right. So we can see this is the bottom of the move, top of move, so on and so forth. Let's get into this. Where we are, in the breeze, you have a way with me. Dean Martin, OG. So let's launch into the full chart, and we will also check ETH. That's Bitcoin against USD. Yeah. So as we take a look, see into what we got going on here. This is not super great. You don't want to see that. That's the first thing I see. Since we are students of the market, well, let's check volume. Volume equals volume. So volume speaks volumes. So we can see, look at this. I mean, this is the volume coming in. So this is the volume of bulls coming in. Boom. You could say right there. Right there was the initial volume scoop. And then boom, down here. Down here is where we saw 66K. This was only like 64K. 64K of volume. 64K price per Bitcoin of volume. You see that? So all of this accumulation was sold right here. So a lot of people made a lot of money on that second pump. We'll pull that down. We'll pull that up. Look, second pump's bigger. First pump, boom, boom, right? Right? Look at the volume. Second, first pump, second pump. So that already signals that the smart money has exited or is exiting. Once again, volume, smart money, exiting. Coming up. You can see that. It's pulling back. If we break that, I mean, we're going to see. But if we come in here and do just a brief volume look, who's driving the bus? Blue or red? Who's driving the bus? Blue or red? The answer is going to be red. We can come in here. We can see all of that chunk. I mean, if you want to see chunky volume bars, it ain't these ones if you're holding it. If you're waiting and you're patient, they say that making money is taking money from the impatient to the hands of the patient people. But it is oversold. So I mean, if you're looking to start thinking to get some over actually put a position on, I mean, there's an argument right here for bull. Boom, W right there. That breaks. I mean, what are we going to see? How hard is this? How strong is this momentum? So now, take a look at a momentum indicator. So this is kind of a more or less sentiment, like how oversold is it? Well, right now it's getting stupid. It was just stupid. January 22nd, 24th, stupidly oversold. So that could be why we're seeing a little bit of a rally right here. This momentum could turn up. I mean, this is low, but you can still see that this one, low, this one, higher low, this one, higher low, this one is a lower low, right? That's a lower low. So, in theory, I mean, that break right there, that break, that's a momentum turn down in my brain. If this thing comes up, I don't think this is a valid W because of this over here. Boom, 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 right? Boom. If it broke up here and we actually saw some momentum really turn up and crank there, it would have to break that before I think we'd ever see over 100K. I mean, come on. That's so much momentum, though. Look, is it more momentum than way back here? The peak of the FOMO, where the smart money exited. You know what I mean? So like right here, this is where it ran up to like 64 or something. Let's actually take a look. April, boom. November, boom. All right. So April, oh, Jennifer, March, April, right there. So April, first turn up. That's where the smart money got in. And then they sold the volume. Because the volume, remember, the volume was progressively getting shorter. It was like, boom, way up there. And then it was like, boom. Like that. Right? So right here, this is where a lot was made. Even though the volume almost would tell you that it was starting to wean down, too. Of those first three bumps. Bump, bump, bump. And you could see that it was actually, momentum was slowing. We can see that this is kind of going in a line up. So we would have to break that momentum. And all this is in a way to think about it, is strength. Strength, momentum. Momentum, strength. Okay? So that's all of those indicators with Bitcoin. Let me give a weak guess. Because none of us know. None of us know Only the market makers know. The people who are taking this on the exchanges, and they're taking big block order, iceberg orders, as they could be called. Those are the only people who truly know, because they go, holy crap, I got 100,000 Bitcoins, and I need to, this person who's trusting me is want me to get rid of them at about this price. So now I have to be sensitive to not smashing this market and driving it into the ground, into the earth, and smashing price discovery, just destroy. So this is defensible positions for the bear scenario. This is down. This is not really, in my brain, not looking like the greatest of what I would want to see, personally. Why would I do that? Let's just go bullish RLZ, bot template, bearish RLZ. So bullish RLZ. So that's what it looks like. Okay? That broke. It climbed back into this zone. Want to be realistic. I mean, they're driving this thing down fast. They're driving this down fast and hard. So just to give you some flavor, because risk is also the opportunity to lose, not just the opportunity to gain. February is right here, right? February, March, right? March 27. And in all reality, like, this isn't that, it's not a bad deal. Not a pretty dang bad deal for when being down here, right? That's where you want to buy. That's where you just tell everybody. You're going to be laughed at. You're going to be whatever. But look, right there. If you had a buy order sitting right here, after this thing took off, pretend it falls. Oh my gosh. And it pops up. You go, oh man, I missed it. I missed the pump. Well, just come, maybe the day is like right here, and you're like, man, I missed it. If you just came so far down here, and you would just put like, buy me $100 if it ever touches that again. Look, you'd be off working. 3 months later, you would have forgot that you have money in that account. Boom, you get filled right here. You get filled at 3G. 3 stinking G. It's possible. I mean, these are the stories that create stories that keep getting told. But fortune doesn't fall in people's lap. I'm going to be frank about it. I am sorry, but fortune doesn't fall into the lucky's lap. It's not how luck works. You might think that's how luck works, but honestly, the harder you work, the luckier you can be too. And I say too because what I said doesn't really include me, because I'm not lucky and I am not very great and I really don't know what I'm doing most of the time. Look at this. So there's the 50% right there. We're just about at 50%. All right. 36. Double your money. I mean, this is to 30. $3,600 bills to 30. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Let's check this math out. Let's go calc. So if we get in at $3,600, we'll divide that on 100. It's $3,600 bills. Today, this is so up. People are silly. This is over the course of a year and a half. So silly. Divide that by $100 bills. So from 36 of them to 380 of them. And that's at today's price. Look at this. Like, this is still a 10x asset. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. If you got something on in the near to short term, you probably can't sleep very well. And I don't blame you, but I don't envy you. With that said, what's always interesting is to look at the price of ETH against BTC. And we can see ETH kind of coming down against Bitcoin. You can see some old chart stuff here. Boom, boom. I mean, it's going to be testing Ethereum. I mean, who's really strong? How's this going to work? I mean, what's the scoop here? When you're thinking about Ethereum, because the security doesn't operate by proof of work, I mean, it currently, yeah, but Ethereum is a lot different. Let's just get into ETH. This is killing me. We'll go with Coinbase because most people are going to be using this. Price data. Look. So if we do the same thing we did with BTC and say, but look, these type of protocols never really dip back down. These are a bit different because these are actually, you pay gas fees to operate or use the network. It's a lot different proof of concept. It's not proof of work, proof of stake, okay? This is some science. If you set an order for way down here at 19, I bet at some point this thing is going to pop its head down into 2K again. I mean, look at this bottom put in. Boom, boom, that's a hard bottom. Why wouldn't it come down and be retested? Why wouldn't you have a $200 bill just sitting right here in case at some point over here it just touches and hits it? All right? But if we want to think long, we're going to go against that bottom, pull it up to this top. Where are we at in location? We are going to pull down our bullish retracement, RLZ. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Now we're going to go ahead and draw a target box. If this is a bear, and the bear will still be in play, this is the box in which we want to see the internals of moving averages and internals of volume and internal looking different than the price. If the price is really cheap and weak, but we see the internals cranking, doing some different type of things, signals, whoa, pop. All right, the thing's popping. What's going on in there? So since we're here, we can see a good clean buying range between 29, 23. I'd almost venture to say, look, sent me a stink bid to purchase down here. Look at this. It's starting to become oversold. Okay? So Ethereum can continue for a little bit longer, probably, not financial, but to be oversold. Maybe it'll do some stuff like this. Huh? For the next February, March. They're going to crank interest rates up. So that's going to make people speculate and buying things that they shouldn't be buying and thinking they're going to get rich quick. That's coming to an end. Interest rates going up. Those people have businesses, most of them. You know? So let's take a look at the volume. Whoa! Chunky red. Not necessarily what you'd want to see. Okay? But look, smart money. This is the smart money. Smart money. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Pop, pop. Still higher. Boom, you can see that back down. But look, Ethereum's coming into some of its own issues. Right? Is Ethereum 2 coming out? When is sharding happening? Like, seriously, when is this sharding game going to come into play in 10x or 100x the speed and drop down these flipping transaction costs that are insane? Come on, everybody knows it. Look at that. Alright. See my point? Volume. Don't know about that. Don't know if I like that. Willie, it's still got a month to go before you'd ever start to see any W's or any internals start to come in here that I would even personally be wanting. But everybody does what everybody's going to do. Let's go to this. Let's take a look at momentum. What is momentum doing in here? Looks like it is kind of going up in a way. Boom, boom, lower, higher, higher, low. Boom, boom, break, higher, low. We're going to see. Personally, I wouldn't be too excited to jump in here yet and jump on an iceberg that could be flipping over and then just who knows. Let's look at a week outlook. Weekly, poof, fail, right here, fail, sell signal, sell, 41, Yeah, red chunky bars. Willie is still 50%. Oof. Willie's still got its own momentum. That just broke right here. So look. So we can see that this, boom, boom, just broke right there. I would let that clean itself up. Okay? Makes sense? I think so. Few months on these crypto markets probably do everybody a bit of good. Let's look at Polkadot. Polkadot, 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 Polkadot. It's coming back to where its initial offerings were. This is a weekly chart. Let's flip it to a daily. Okay. Daily, daily, daily. Rough. That's an ugly chart. Stink bids. So this is all me in here. Let's go like that and just delete it all, right? Yeah, that's a tough one. Before I waste any time, are we in location? Yes, we have location. Let's go ahead and go like this. We got location of 70. That's the only place we're interested. Ooh, it might be super discount day for Polkadot. If you're in there, I'm sorry. You should make your own decisions and decide, do I sleep good at night right now? Look at that. Boom. Dropped all the way down. Oof. That's tough. That's some tough stuff. I would say I'm pretty bullish on Polkadot. So this right here to me, 18 bucks, 18 dollars. I mean denarius. I mean delirious. You have to be delirious not to think this is a good buy on discount. I mean, I don't know. That looks cool. I wouldn't buy it. I don't think you should buy it. Just gotta do what you're comfortable with. Either way. Either way is fine. But that momentum doesn't look great. Whatever's driving it, it's not driving it up. Oversold, failed the 50. So basically what I see here, let's flip this. Now that we have our square box, let's put on a bearish retracement. Ooh, not a bearish. I want a mountain man. Bearish. Mountain man. Is the bull still going? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it to upside down reverse. Okay. Now, since I have the top pinned, I'm going to bring it down to this bottom right here. And this is the part where I would ask myself, if this thing is going to counter trend rally, at what point can it come up and break 38.2? If that's 100 and it's trying to push back up and regain a third, fail, regain a third, fail, regain a third, regain a third, and fail. This also has to be at 50%. It has to be in the, it's a negative indicator. The Willie, oh my gosh, I can't explain it. This is moving averages. But basically, if this is down here, I'm bearish. And if this thing can't even rally up high enough to break a 38.2, and Willie's like super like ready to go, it's ready to go bullish, but it can't rally up and hit it and break it at 50% right here. This is 50%. Can't break it. 50% of this. So when I say 50%, I'm pointing here, but what I'm looking at is down here. So I'm gonna point here, and I'm looking down at the Willie, the yellow, the blue and yellow, the aqua and yellow right here. It couldn't really break it. It couldn't break this and 50% at the same time. So boom, fail, bear mark. How to survive a bear encounter. It's tough. It's very tough. Loop brain, fundamental, pretty solid. Look at these. This is interesting. Ooh, look at that. It's a little bit of green there. That's a nice. Ooh, this is coming up. Turning up momentum, baby. That's what you do want to see. That's when you are ready. You're ready to be ready. If you're bullish, we would say that, and we would bring that to that, and then we're just going to bring that bigger. So this is loop ring. Loop ring is, I mean, my instructors who are computer scientists and programmers and script writers, those guys like this. I like this because it's been around for a long time. I mean, Ivan on Tech, Elio Trades, Crypto People. This is it. So now look at that. It's rallying up. It's interesting. So in the short term, so since this is a day chart, let's give a feel. How bullish do I feel? Well, this short little rally has it broken 38.2 to tell me that this is different. Something different's going on. Is it? Let's take a look and reverse that. Hit OK. Is this 38.2 going to hold and step up to another one? Like this is what I'm talking about. Oops. Control Z. Okay. Is it going to step up and do another step? And then is that going to step up and do another one? You know? Is it going to come in and reverse trend reverse? You know, so now instead of being all bullish, are we going to begin to climb up? You know, that, because right now it's pretty far down cheap. Boom, right, like that, right, like this. Come on, like this. Are we going to start to see this? Is that how that works? I don't know. We're going to see it rally, and start to counter trend rally back. Who knows? Loop ring, right? Stink bids, reload zone there. That's what capital management is. Asset. This is how large liquid pools of money make money. I guess that's what I'm told. But I mean, how's this look? How's loop ring look here? Is it a buy? I don't know. I don't invest, but I will tell you something that looks quite a bit different than any other of these protocols, even Ethereum. I mean, look at this. What in the world? Oh my gosh, we totally just grabbed that to the wrong one. Okay. What in the world is this? Well, that's people not selling. Boom, bite. Give me some of that. Smart money staying in. Smart money. Look at this. Smart money driving the. Who's driving the bus? I'd have to say that right there. That right there. That right there. Like it? Love it? Gotta have more of it. We all gonna see. I don't know. We see these bulls came down. We can see these bears. Bear right here. Bear right here. Bear right here. Bears never really took control. And I bet it's because this smart money never sold. Look at that volume of money staying in. Look at that. Look at this W's. Let's go in on a 4 hour. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Come on now. Come on. Let's look at these. What's going on here? Or maybe it's about to fall out of bed. You know, maybe maybe this is the bears waking up. There's the red. Maybe the bears just woke up and it's actually selling. 21, 24, 26. So these are the days of January, right? Is this actually just failing? Is it? If that's to there, rallied up against 38, Boom, broke. Didn't actually go up. Didn't flip. Maybe that's an M. Maybe, look, higher low, higher low, maybe higher low. A lot of ways to look at this stuff. But that's just a few days, right? So we right there, zoom, drilled in down far, right? We want to be, especially if you're watching this, you really got to be this. You got to be a week. You should really be looking at a weekly. Like it, love it. Gotta have more of it. So if we're looking at a weekly, man, that's something. That tells you somebody is betting on something. Then right about there, pop. So all-time high, break, pop. Pretty cool stuff. Let's go to a one-day chart. Coty. I did like Coty. Anyways, I could give you Cardano. My goodness. I don't know how much I can do. Sometimes you just gotta chill the heck out. Let's go to DeFi. So DeFi Llama is where I tend to get a lot. Gecko.com. CoinGecko.com. Price per ETH. Gas. Ethereum gas. 94. So Ethereum's getting a little bit cheaper to use if you actually care about what's going on. Otherwise, you might just be played a sucker. So with this, I'll look for discounts, baby. Solana is on discount. Let's take a look at Solana. And man, there's some Terra Luna people getting wrecked. So Luna's getting wrecked. Let's check out a Solana. There we go. All right, so this, oof, look at that. Smart money's leaving. This is a volume. What's the smart money doing? Is smart money in, smart money out, smart money, right on their coattails. Smart money. Look at that. Smart money is still in. I mean, if you look at the size of that chunky green bars, you think that's already been sold out? I don't know. That really popped it back up. You know, you can see the bears are coming awake, though. I mean, right there. That is something else. So, looking at this volume, I'd expect whatever the price is doing to continue lower. It is quite oversold, so it's getting wrecked hard fast for it to be oversold. Momentum looks like it's going down. Lower lows. Right? Now, location of price. Let's do this, and that, Well, I would not say the greatest looking chart I've ever seen. So, just food for thought, so you're conscious. Let's reverse that, put it that way. Okay, so is that holding? Boom, is that holding? As soon as this line failed, we're going to pretend this moment has occurred. Now we're watching it. Boom, boom, boom. Right? As soon as this line failed, starts to get tested, you can see that's immediately what we start to see. Right? Now if we just come in here and we pretend that hasn't even occurred yet. This spot hasn't occurred yet. Let's pretend that hasn't occurred yet. We see this come in, we're like, oh, okay, we're coming down. Whoop, and we're like, oh no, are we gonna break? Are we gonna break and dump like this? And it rallies back up and we go, holy moly, whew, that was safe. Where's Willie? Right here in this moment down here, he's not looking too bad. I mean, he's kind of recovered. He's got some sideways clean up, and as he cleans himself up into oversold, we can see that's about at this moment. I mean, and we can already see that, okay, we're going up past that 38.2. Break out of that, come in, and then we're over here in those moments. Point being, with Solana, where we're looking right now, if we're trying to get in to maybe a winning situation, which, to be honest, like, how much more is everybody ready to talk about crypto versus how many people are ready to dump on crypto? Because they got wrecked in the beginning, they got wrecked at the end, they didn't even get involved. You know, how much verbal diarrhea are people done with hearing about? I'd say people are kind of done with it. They don't. Who understands it, understands it. Who doesn't, doesn't. And we're kind of there, and people are like, whatever. Heard it. Sure. So I would expect to see this thing clean up. I wouldn't really know what to do with my hands. As Ricky Bobby would say, I wouldn't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands? Until closer into March. You know, maybe I'm gonna pick this thing up patiently from someone who's impatient, trying to act patient. Maybe I'll pick it up right there. You know, Avalanche is solid. Woo! Look at that. That's a rough one for a lot of people. Maybe Avalanche is turning up though. Maybe. I mean, I like the spot. That broke. This swing off of that swing. So if I'm gonna go, all right. So I'll buy the location. Okay. What's the momentum doing? Is the momentum turning up? Well, if I looked at this, I would say that that's a low. It's a higher low. That's a higher low. And this part just broke that little neckline. Double bottom on the momentum, I don't know. Very interesting looking. Or we check what really matters, which is volume. Let's see, are we getting faked? Is this fake? Well, I'm going to have to say, looking at this volume, I actually don't like that. I'm actually not. I see a reason not to get into this. Look at that. Underwater. Underwater. From all of its recorded history, volume. Underwater. Not good. Not good at all. I don't like that. It doesn't really look like people want to buy it. Maybe it's a good time to buy it if you like it. Avalanche, NFTs, things are on it. Things are gaming on it. Maybe you should look it up. Willie, what's Willie going on? Well, Willie says it's a good deal. Volume says it's cheaper than offered, or at about the same. Momentum is turning up. You know, that's a good sign in and of itself. Breaking this mark. Breaking that mark. Okay. So I see two reasons that it's cheap. One reason that the momentum's going up. Let's check some price location and then maybe read some candles. Read some candles. Definitely cheapo. Cheapo than a Zippo. That's what I would always not say. I don't know. So that's a daily. Alright, so it's definitely cheap. It's good. Good to do. Could be a W. Let's drill into it a little bit closer. See what it's looking like. That's looking, I don't know, double bottom. Did this thing get slammed into bedrock? Is that what happened over the last couple months? This thing just got drilled into a boom, double bottom. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Okay, we got an overall W there. W break with momentum. Willie's kind of oversold. I would say Avalanche is pretty dang immediate. I mean, I wouldn't see. Maybe it'll go up, come down, tag that, and then. Let's try to draw that another way. Right. So maybe when it comes up here, boom, and then people go, whoa, what's that? And it's gonna, oh man, I knew it. And then now it comes, tags that, and confirms. I don't know. I'm not your rocket scientist. I'm not your computer scientist. Could do that. Maybe it fails. So if we look at this with a fib, draw a fib there, draw a fib down to there, we're gonna get a mountain man, where is Mr. There. We broke it. Look, that upwards pressure, all of that. Son of a one-eyed prairie dog. Boom, give me mountain man, come on man. So look at that. It's breaking, it's rejecting, at least in a couple day span. We could say that this thing is going to rally and sold off too much. We could say that. Definitely could say that. How's this look? How's the momentum? Well, couple day span. Boom. So we came up higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, lower high. This came down. It didn't break. This didn't crap out. Kind of cool. Came up. Maybe this is just going to go like this. Maybe this is going to go like this. Break that. But that's a few days. We've drilled in. As far as what I would say to see on, it's cheap. It's cheap. Look at that. It's cheaper than 78% cheap. If you want a 78% discount, that's cheap. That's pretty dang cheap. So, moral point of the story with the cryptos that we've reviewed, Bitcoin, today is it looks good. We are thinking not bullish for most of it. AVAX looks interesting. Loopring looks interesting. And in my fundamental world, fundamentally those are strong. We did see some hacks. There was QBridge got hacked. Ethereum QBridge, not Ethereum, because Ethereum is, it's when things like Avalanche try to bridge to Ethereum, or when things like Solana try to bridge to Ethereum. It was a Binance Smart Chain. Hacker stole 80 million with 120 million that it didn't actually deposit. It was able to make the withdrawal before he had to actually make the deposit. I think things like these are called flash loans, kind of is this the theory and the science behind the actual coding. You know, if you have children, they should definitely get them into coding, because we're talking, you know, $100,000-$200,000 salaries. And yeah, I hope this has been good. Till next time.